삶은 길어 천천히 해 42.195 그 끝에 꿈에 낙원이 가득해 하지만 진짜 세상은 약속과는
My mom has always been very busy. She'd come home exhausted, complain about her coworkers, then get a horrible night of sleep. I've grown up considering this as normal, and I'm sure lots of kids can relate as well. That feeling when you can tell the people around you are tired and spiraling downwards into a monotonous abyss. Even so, my mom is the breadwinner, and she takes pride in her fatigue. That all changed when she started working at home. Instead of waking up too early to go to a workplace too heavily air-conditioned and buy food in food court too expensive, she now stays with us and video calls her coworkers. Her eye bags have disappeared, not to mention that she spends a lot more time housekeeping and spraying alcohol and everything. And then she started baking. Asians don't bake. At least the concept of baking was so foreign to me that I never thought someone as busy as my mom would even fathom it. So imagine my surprise when she declared that she was going to make egg tarts one day. When I asked her why, her response was something along the lines of, "I've never baked anything for you and your sister your entire lives." She was smiling when she said that, but it felt kind of sad if anything. Because she was the stereotypical husband in a suit with a briefcase, off earning money instead of my dad. And that was apparently something to be ashamed of. After egg tarts, my mom branched off to cake, loaves of bread, focaccia, and so on. I wondered why now, of all times, people are picking up this hobby of baking. I had seen the whole banana bread thing on social media beforehand, but it didn't really sink in until my mom decided to give it a try. Here's what I've been thinking, and since I have nothing better to do, this is in video essay format. People like to make themselves inherently busy. We love to get caught up in that hustle culture that's been ingrained in our heads since we've been born, this becoming even more prevalent when considering the fact that we're from the Bay Area, a place so strongly correlated with success and accomplishment financially. So, for a while now, we've been a family of tryhards. Tryhards that'll work so hard they'll sacrifice everything. Case in point, my mom. But now that things are different, we've been forced to slow down and stop running so fast. The marathon has been postponed. Now we're afraid of a deadly disease that'll prevent us from running at all. So, to busy ourselves and keep walking at the very least, people will pick up new hobbies. But there's a keen difference between running in a marathon a few months ago and this peaceful stroll now. When my mom bakes, she isn't stressed or anxious or tired because her boss is going to criticize what she has in the oven. She has a carefree aura to her now, laughing and smiling more. All because of something as simple and seemingly insignificant as baking. Out of pure curiosity, one night I googled, "Why do people bake?" The article that came up by Huffington Post was surprisingly insightful and honestly made a lot of sense. It highlighted that baking was an outlet of self-expression and was actually a form of mindfulness. This made me remember when my family was scarfing down the focaccia bread that my mom had spent the whole morning making, and the only thing she could say was, "As long as you guys are happy, I'm happy." Baking isn't only a way to keep busy, but it's a way to give back to the people you love and who love you. Even though we like to busy ourselves with whatever we can, baking is an example where being busy didn't necessarily mean my mom had to bend over backward to feel like she had accomplished something. Instead, it's her way of saying she's here for us, even if it doesn't look like it on the surface. We can't run anymore. My mom learning how to make egg tarts made me realize that maybe this whole hustle culture thing is pretty toxic. Maybe I have to seriously reconsider what it means to be busy and somehow not be sad all the time because of work. This has been a quaint quarantine, and thank you for watching.